right, good morning everybody. We're gonna do some Pilates. Today we're gonna use weights. I've got 5-pound weights. If you don't have weights at home, well, whatever type of weights you have, you can totally use. If you don't have weights at home, you can use water bottles, soup cans. You can get creative with it. Just something that, two things that are equal weight. And then let's get started. So we're gonna sit down in the middle of our mat and we're gonna very slowly, make sure your weights are close. I'm gonna roll mine over. And then you're gonna very slowly begin to roll onto your back. So one vertebra at a time. Heels underneath your knees. You can grab those weights. And then we're gonna get started with some bridging. So how we're gonna use the weights today is we're gonna bring our weights to the top of our hips, kind of that hip crease. Take a nice full inhale, and as you exhale, we're gonna lift the hips straight up. So we're trying to keep our head down, nice shoulder blades down on the mat, and then exhale to hinge and lower. I'm gonna fix my hair so that it's not in the way here. There we go. Take a nice full inhale, exhale. Lift, use those glutes, knees directly over your heels. Take a sip of air at the top, and then hinge to lower. Belly pulls in and up. Exhale to lift. Squeeze everything, pause at the top, hinge to lower. Couple more. Inhale here. Exhale, lift. Pause at the top. Hinge to lower. Nice full inhale. Exhale to lift. Pause at the top. Hinge to lower. Last two. Nice full inhale. Lift it up. Weights just in the hip crease. Pause. Take your sip of air. Hinge to lower. Last one. Let's lift it up. We're going to stay lifted with the hips, and we're going to lower them just 1 inch and then lift them all the way up. So tiny little lower and lift. Squeeze the glutes. Try to get the back of the legs active. Hips are level here. We're going to be here for 8. Lower and lift. For 7, squeeze those glutes. For 6, belly pulls in. For 5, spine stays straight. Last 4, we're almost there. 3. Last 2, give it a squeeze, and 1, lift and hold. Pause here, and then hinge to lower. All right, so we're gonna take the weights now, and we're gonna take our elbows out wide to the sides. So they're to the sides of the shoulders. You're holding the weights. Try to hover the tops of your arms so they're not resting on the mat. Now we're gonna do articulation with a chest press. So you're gonna hollow out the belly, roll the spine up, and as you do that, the arms reach right over the shoulders. And then we bend the elbows, super slow. We roll the spine back down. Tops of the arms hover, elbows go wider than the shoulders. Exhale, hollow out the belly, roll it up. Pause, take a sip of air, roll back down. Nice full inhale here. Exhale, roll up and reach. Super slow motion using your abdominals like they're little weights. We roll back down. Exhale, belly pulls in, you roll it up. And then we roll it back down. Super slow. Last 2. Nice full inhale. Exhale, roll it up. Pause at the top. Roll it back down. Inhale here. Exhale it up. Pause at the top. All right, so we're going to keep the hips lifted. You're trying to get in a diagonal from the shoulders to the knees. Glutes are on. We're just going to do some chest press. So elbows go wide, and then extend the arms. Bend those elbows wide, extend the arms. No weight on the head or neck here. You're balancing on the upper back, those shoulder blades. Bend and extend. We're going to be here for 4. 3, squeeze those glutes. 2, elbows wide. And 1, reach it up. All right, so now your arms are extended. We're going to take it for a walk. Left leg lifts up to a tabletop. Lower it down. Pelvis stays nice and stable. Right leg up, and then lower it down. Arms just reach up. Gentle bend in the elbows because we don't want to lock those joints. Lift, lower, belly in, pelvis stable for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the feet down. Roll the spine down, bring the arms down, and then gently, slowly, knees to the left and knees to the right. All right, so we're going to put one weight aside for now. We're going to do a little bit of core work. You're going to hold the weights at the end. You're going to extend your arms up to the ceiling. We're going to walk the legs up into that tabletop shape. Take a nice full inhale, and on the exhale, you're going to lift. You're going to reach your weight over your knees, and then you're going to inhale to lower. I'm going to scoot it a little closer so you guys can see me a little better. All right, we're going to lift, and then lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Lift. And lower. We're going to be here for 8. For 7, keep squeezing. For 6. For 5, belly pulls in and up. For 4, I want to make sure you guys can see me in this video. For 3. For 2. For 1. All right, lower it down. Feet to the floor. You can let windshield wiper those knees. Stretch out your back, neutralize your spine. All right, and then legs back in the tabletop. Knees over the hips. Reach those arms up. Now we're going to lift and twist to the left. Inhale, center, head rests. Exhale, lift and twist to the right. Inhale, center, head rests. Exhale, lift and twist to the left. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, lift and twist to the right. Inhale, lower it down. We're going to be here for 8. For 7. Hi, Leo. For 6. For 5. Last 4. Lift and twist. Pelvis stay stable. 3. Last 2. Almost there. And 1. Come to center. Lower it down. Feet to the floor. Knees go left. And knees go right. All right, so we're going to do a couple of our series of 5 exercises. So we're going to start with single leg stretch. Reach those arms up, pull your knees into your chest. So again, if the weight doesn't feel appropriate for you, leave it out. You can clasp your hands together instead. Take a nice full inhale, and on the exhale, you're going to lift. You're looking at your knees. Right leg extends, and you're reaching over the left shin. Now we inhale here, and on the exhale, we switch, just the legs. Inhale, exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, switch. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, feet to the floor. Lower it down. Knees go left. And then knees go right. All right, we're going to do our double leg next. Knees to the chest, arms up. Lift and look at the knees. All right, we're going to inhale. Arms and legs extend. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, arms and legs. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, bring it in. If you're using the weight, make sure you have a gentle bend in your elbows. You can always rest the head if you need. We're almost there. Last 3. Look at those knees if your chest is lifted. For 2. And for 1, feet down, take a rest, knees left, knees right. Okie dokes. Come back to your center and let's reach those legs up. Now lift, you have your weight, your right leg's gonna fall towards the floor. You're gonna pass the weight behind the left leg, pass, switch, pass, switch. Pass, switch, pass, and switch. For 4, belly in, look at those knees. For 3, for 2, for 1. Bend the knees, lower down. All right, so we're going to put the weight aside. We're going to finish. Let your knees go left, let your knees go right. We're just going to do some classic leg lowers. So you're going to put your hands under the hips if your head and neck are getting tired, or if you have any low back issues, you can keep a nice little support here. Reach your legs up, squeeze legs together, point your toes. We're going to inhale. You're going to lower the legs down about halfway to the floor. You're going to exhale and lift. Ribs are down, belly in. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. If you want more challenge, you're welcome to interlace the fingers behind the head and then come up into a lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, ribs stay down, belly pulls in. For 4, For 3. For 2. Keep squeezing those legs together. And for 1. Feet down to the floor. You can take your hands out from behind the hips and just let your knees go side to side. Okie dokes. So, we're going to do some side lying legs. I'm going to have you lay on your left side. So I'm going to check and make sure you guys are saying you can see me. Okay, cool. So you're going to go onto the left side. And you can rest your left elbow down and put your hand behind your head. You can be propped up on your forearm, whatever works for you here. Just lay it on down. You're going to reach back behind you. You want to be able to graze your heels with your fingertips. If you're up against a wall, it would be heels, hips, and shoulders that would be able to touch the wall here. And then I'm going to give you the option, since we have the weights today, if you want to add more to this, you can always put the weight behind your right knee and give it a squeeze. So pelvis stays neutral, shoulders are stacked. You're going to inhale, lift that right knee up. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. You don't have to keep the feet together. We're just doing a bent knee opening. We lift, and then we lower. Lift, and then lower. Lift, lower. Lift, and lower. We're almost there. Lift it up, and then lower it down. Lift it up, and lower it down. Lift, and lower. Lift, and lower. And we're going to be here for 4, for 3, last 2, and 1. Now lift all the way, lower about halfway. So your 2 knees are not stacked. Lift all the way, lower halfway. 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 We're going to be here just for 4, for 3, last 2, and for 1. Now go ahead and lift that leg all the way up. And now we're going to pulse it. Tiny lift. Up, 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 up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Last 3, for 2, and for 1. Now just hold it. Don't let that leg move. You're holding it stable for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then go ahead and lower it down. If you have that weight, go ahead and take it out. All right, so bottom left leg is going to stay where it is. Top right leg is going to stretch out, and you're going to point the toes. You want your right leg in line with your right hip, so it's floating up. Now we're going to start to draw some basketball size, some dinner plate size circles with that right leg. Draw those circles, belly pulls in, pelvis and shoulders are stacked. And we're going to be here for 8. You can go as big as you can control. For 7, for 6, for 5, last 4. We're here for 3, for 2, and for 1. All right, lower that leg down. So the last thing we're going to do, we're going to take this top right leg and we're going to sweep it up and back on a diagonal. Lift the right leg up. This time I want you to dorsiflex that foot. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to sweep that leg up and back. Inhale, lower. Belly in. Exhale, sweep it up and back. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up and back. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up and back. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up and back. Inhale. Exhale, belly in. We're going to be here for 8. It's a diagonal, but you're trying not to use that lower back. It's glutes and hip. For 7, lift that leg straight up and back. For 6, for 5, last 4, 3, we're here for 2, And there's the last one. All right, go ahead and lower that leg down. Okay, flip it around to the other side. We'll stretch after. All right, so get onto your right side. You can lay on the elbow, you can lay on the forearm, you can reach the hand behind the head, make a little pillow, whatever works here. If you use the weight on the other side, go ahead and keep it even. Make sure you use it here too. So reach behind you. You want to be able to graze the heels. If you're up against a wall, shoulders, hips, and heels will be in points of contact on that wall. And then let's lift that left leg up. Feet stay apart for this. It's not quite a clam. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. The idea is we're staying in a stable side lying shape. So from the crown of the head to the tailbone, nice long line of energy. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Reach it up and lower it down. Reach and lower. Reach it up and lower it down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Keep breathing. We'll be here for just a couple more. Let's go for 4. For 3. Last 2. Now lift it up. Lower it halfway down. Lift it all the way up. Halfway down. All the way up. Halfway down. All the way up. Halfway. And lift. Let's be here for 8. Pelvis is stacked and stable. For 5. Belly pulls in and up. For 4. For 3. 2. And then we're going to pulse it. Last 1. So lift it up and hold. Tiny lift. Up. 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 Let's be here for 8. 7. 6. 5. We're going to hold it in 4. 3. 2. Now lift and hold. Just hold it. And breathe. For 8. 7. 6. 5. Last 4. 3. 2. And 1. If you have the weight, take it out. Lower the leg down. All right. We're going to do those circles next. So in your side lying shape, lift the left leg up, point those toes. Tiny circles. Basketball, dinner plate size. You can make them a little bigger if you can control it. So making sure you're staying on your side, moving from the hip. We're going to be here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Point those toes. For 2. And for 1. All right, lower that top left leg down. Now we're going to sweep that leg up and back, and we're going to do tiny little lifts. Flex the foot, take the leg up and back, and then lift. Lift, lift. Oh, we're going to lower all the way. Actually, we didn't do that on the other side. We lowered all the way and lifted. Sorry, guys, having a brain fart day. Lower down, lift it all the way up. There we go. Inhale and exhale. Lower and lift. We're going to be here. Squeeze as you lift. Dorsiflex that foot so you're pushing through the heel. We'll be here for 8. For 7. For 6. For 5. We're almost there. Squeeze and lift. For 4. 3. 2. And 1. Lift it up and then lower it back down. All right, nice work, you guys. Roll it to your back. All right. And let's do a figure 4. So we laid on our left side and worked the right hip first. Let's stretch the right hip first. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. You can lift the left foot up off the floor and interlace your fingers behind that left thigh. Back of the hips stay nice and stable and try not to roll more to one side than the other. Just breathe. And then we'll switch sides. Left ankle over the right knee. Interlace your fingers, pull the knee into the chest, and breathe. One more breath. Just stretch out that hip. And then go ahead and bring it back down to the floor. And then let's pull the knees in and rock it up a couple times to a seat. All right. So we're going to do some upper body with the weights. I'm going to come into a high kneeling position for these exercises so that my hips are a little bit higher and I have a little bit more room to move. But if kneeling doesn't work for you, you could stand and do any of these. So what I'm going to have you do, grab your weights. Knees under the hips, they're not quite together. And we're gonna do bicep curls to start. So you're just gonna curl it up on the exhale. And on the inhale, super slow, we're gonna lower down. Curl it up, lower it down. Nice and slow. Lengthen the spine, belly in. Trying to move through all those ranges of motion. All right. For 8. For 7, for 6, curl it up. Last 5, for 4, last 3, for 2, and last little bicep curl, and then bring it down. So now you're gonna bring your number sides of your weights together right in front of your hips, and we're gonna do something called a zip up, and you're gonna extend the elbows wide to the sides as you zip the weights up through your center line. Inhale, lower, exhale, you're bringing it in about chin height, and then lower. Watch that the shoulders don't pull into the ears here, right? So you're keeping the shoulders down, but you're lifting the arms up, using those lats, that serratus under the arms. We're gonna be here for 8. Keep the spine long, belly pulls in. For 7. For 6. Last 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. All right. I'm going to turn to the side so you get a different little view here. So we're going to do tricep kickbacks. If you're standing, you're going to find like a tiny squat position, bending your knees and then hinge a little forward. If you're kneeling, you're going to just hinge a little forward from your hips. You're going to take your arms all the way back as high as you can and then just bend the elbows. Try to keep the tops of the arms where they are, and on the exhale, extend the forearms back. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, extend the arms back. Try to keep those palms and wrists pointing in. Shoulder blades squeeze, belly pulls in. There's no movement except for the forearms. Tops of the arms stay nice and stable. We're gonna be here for 8, so try to really extend, no momentum. For 7, nice and slow. For 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. All right. So the last thing we're going to do is a thigh stretch and a shoulder raise. So what that's going to look like, we're going to be hinging from the knees. So you're going to keep the core on, shoulders to the knees, long diagonal, so don't break at the hips. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to lean back from your knees and reach your arms in front of the shoulders. As you inhale, you come back. So we're activating our quads and strengthening our knees here as well. Take an inhale. Exhale, hinge it back, reach it up. Inhale, come back. 6 more. Core is tight here, gaze is forward. Don't tuck the chin to the chest. 4 more, belly in. Last 3. Last 2, keep that core tight. And last 1. All right, nice job, you guys. So from this shape, we're just gonna do some stretching. So we're in the high kneel. You're gonna take your right foot, bring it forward. You might slide your left knee back a little bit, and if you need to fold your mat up, if you have sensitive knees, you can. We're gonna just open up that left hip. So you're gonna just sit into those hips. Hands can stay under the shoulders. Press it down. Let that left hip drop towards the floor and just breathe. Try not to let that right knee bend too much past those toes. And then let's open up that right hamstring. So you're gonna walk your hips back and extend your right leg long. Bring your hands under your shoulders, flex your right toes, and then maybe bring your forehead towards that right knee. Try to square your hips so you're not just dropping into that left hip. Take a couple deep breaths, opening that hamstring. And then slowly, we'll come back, right knee under the right hip, and we're gonna switch sides. Left foot forward. Walk yourself forward, drop into your right hip. Pelvis is squared here. Your left knee doesn't bend past your toes. Hands gonna stay under the shoulders for some support in this balance. Just breathe. Hold a lot of tension in our hips. That's a nice idea to stretch them. And then slow. Walk your hands back. Flex your left toes. Try not to drop into that right hip. So make sure you're really pushing that left hip down too, and then you can round your forehead towards your knee. Just breathe. Opening up the back of your knee. You've got some hamstring muscle there too that needs some attention every once in a while. All right, and we're gonna do a side bend. So I'm gonna turn so you can see me, but you don't actually have to move. We're still in the high kneel. You're gonna take your right leg out to the right. Try to get your heel so it's still in line with your sit bone. It's not too far forward or too far back. Take your arms out like a T, relax the shoulders, and then bring your left hand down under the left shoulder. So right arm is reaching up. You're in like a modified side plank here, right? So just reach. You can stay right here, or you can lift your right leg, right? So you have some options. Right arm up to the sky is too much on the shoulder. Bend the elbow and bring the hand behind the head. Try to just hold it here with that right leg lifting. That's all we're doing is just holding. We're gonna be here for 4, belly pulls in. For 3, try to lift the heel in line with the sit bone. For 2, and for 1, now bring that right foot down. Reach the right arm up, come back. Right hand to the inside of that right leg. Left arm up and over. So imagine you're just between 2 panes of glass here. Breathe. And then come all the way back. Right knee under the right hip. Left leg extends. Again, heel in line with the sit bone. Try to get that foot planted, toes point forward. Arms out. Right hand underneath the right shoulder. Left arm up to the sky. So if it's too much in the shoulder to keep the left arm reaching, put the left hand behind the head. Now let's lift that left leg up. Flex the toes. Just try to find the alignment. Left heel in line with the left sit bone. Elbow to the sky. 2 panes of glass, belly in. For 4, just holding it here. For 3. For 2, lift that leg a little higher. And then go ahead, bring the leg down. Arms out like a T. Left hand to the left leg. Right arm up and over. Find your side bend. Palm facing down towards the floor. And then go ahead and bring it all the way back. All right, let's do a tiny bit more core work. We're gonna use a weight. So let's, just one, put the other one aside for now, and then roll back onto your back. Nice and slow. All right. So we've got a couple different options with this one. I'm going to extend my legs pretty straight. I'm going to put a gentle bend in my knees. We're going to take the arms up, gentle bend in the elbows. Now what we're going to do, take an inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to lift and you're going to try to tap. You're going to lift your hips, the back of your hips up as well. Trap your ankle to the weight and then lower the head and lower the back of the hips. So it's kind of like you're lifting, you're doing a double crunch. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. So we're working those lower abdominals. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Last 4. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Last 2. Exhale, inhale. Last 1. Lower it down. feet to the floor, take a rest. Knees go left, knees go right, just like little windshield wipers in your car. All right, now we're gonna kind of add on to that movement. So we're gonna take the legs up, we're gonna take the arms up. Now what we're gonna do, again, ribs stay down, shoulders stay out of the ears. You're gonna take the arms over the head as you reach the legs away from you. They're not gonna hit the mat. And then you're gonna exhale and lift and reach towards the weight again. So you're just adding on to that movement, lengthening the lever. Reach away from center. Belly scoops in and up. Inhale to reach. Exhale, bring it in. For 4. For 3, gentle bend in those elbows and knees. For 2. And for 1. All right, nice job. We're almost there. We're gonna do just a tiny bit more obliques. So I'm gonna have you bring your legs into that tabletop shape, knees over the hips, and then reach the arms up. Now, we're gonna take the right leg, we're gonna extend it, we're gonna lift and twist to the left, and that right leg's gonna lower. Inhale, right leg up, arms up, head rests. Exhale, lift and twist to the left, right leg lowers. Inhale, reach it up, come to center. Exhale, lift and twist. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, lift and twist. Almost there. We're gonna be here for 4. 3. 2. And 1. All right, nice job. Bring the feet down, little windshield wipers. All righty, we've got one more side. This time the right leg goes into bring both legs into tabletop to start, knees over the hips, arms reach up, gentle bend in the elbows, left leg long and straight. Now we're gonna lift and twist to the right, lower the left leg, reach it up as we come to center, rest the head. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. We've got 4 more. Belly pulls it up. For 3. For 2. For 1. Woo, got a little shake there. Bring your feet down. All right, you guys. Let your knees go to the left. Bring your arms like a T and look over your right shoulder. Just a little twist to stretch out those abs, decompress your spine. Okay, and then take it the other side. Legs to the right, you look to the left. Arms out like a T. Gaze over that left shoulder and just breathe. All right, go ahead, hug your knees into your chest and rock it up. All right, so before we get onto our belly and do spinal extension, we're gonna do just a little bit of planking. So what I'm gonna have you do, you're gonna find your plank. You can be on your palms, your fists, your forearms, whatever works the best for you. If you're on your palms, spread those fingers wide. You start from a kneeling position in all 4s, and then you walk yourself out to your plank. Everything is active in a plank. So your long spine from the crown of the head to the tailbone, you're looking past the front edge of your mat. You're pushing into all 10 finger pads. You're trying to get your hips in line with the shoulders. There's a slight doming of the place between your shoulder blades. Belly pulls in, glutes are active, quads wrap. Think about it as if you're squeezing a block between those inner thighs. Just breathe, you guys got this. Heels push back, belly pulls in. Push that floor away. For 10. For 9. For 8. 7. Keep pushing that floor. For 6. 5. Belly scoops in and up. For 4. 3. Last 2. And knees down, toes in, sit it back, child's pose. Alrighty, so we're gonna do some spinal extension. If you have your weights or some type of round cylindrical object, that's gonna work good for this. If you don't, that's fine. You'll just put your hands under your shoulders and do more of the traditional swan. Otherwise, your weights or whatever object you have, they're gonna go number side pointing towards one another, like towards that center, right in the floor in front of your mat. So they're gonna roll. And then you're gonna come onto your belly. Now, you're gonna put your hands on those weights or whatever cylindrical object you have. Make sure they're at least shoulder width, if not a little wider. Tops of the feet down, belly pulls in. You tuck your pelvis under a little and push the front of your hips into the mat. Glutes on, quads on, tops of the feet stay down. We're gonna inhale. You're gonna roll the weights a little closer to you as you lift your heart up. You're gonna exhale. Roll the weights away as you lower down. Keep moving like that. Inhale, roll it in, lift up. Exhale, roll it out, lower down. Inhale. So quadriceps are active. Your kneecaps might slightly lift, but the tops of your feet are still down. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. All right, you guys, make a pillow. Turn your head to one side. Bend those knees. Feet go right. Feet go left. Just like tiny little windshield wipers. Stretch out your back. Control your spine. All right, and then take the legs out. All right, so we're gonna do some lat pulls next. You're gonna take your arms out like a goalpost, elbows in line with your shoulders. You're gonna take an inhale, and as you do that, you're gonna lift. You're gonna take the arms with you. They're gonna hover off the mat. Now you're gonna pull your elbows in close to your rib cage, really squeeze them in close to the side body. Bring the elbows back out in line with the shoulders, and then lower down. Inhale, lift. Elbows squeeze in, elbows reach out, lower down. Inhale, lift. Elbows squeeze in, elbows reach back out, lower down. Tuck that tail, pull those abdominals in, squeeze those glutes. That's gonna protect your back. Reach it out, lower down. 2 more. Lift, squeeze it in, extend it out, lower down. Last one, reach it up, bend it in, extend it out, and lower down. Now cross your palms, rest your head, turn your head to one side, bend those knees, feet go right, feet go left. And then extend the legs. All right, so we're gonna go for an exercise called double leg kick. So double leg kick has some choreography. We're gonna do a modified variation. So what you're gonna do is interlace your fingers behind your lower back. Your knuckles just rest on your back. Your elbows are nice and wide to the side. Now squeeze your legs together. So double leg kick, what it's gonna look like is your forehead is gonna be down on the mat. You're gonna bend your knees, flex your feet, and think about 2 little hamstring curls as you pull your heels towards your hips. So they're gonna go like this. Curl, curl. That's an exhale, 2 little pulsing exhales. Then on the inhale, your legs extend, they lift. Your arms extend, they lift. Your chest lifts. Then you exhale, come down, forehead down, bend the knees. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one, exhale. Inhale. Lower down, make your pillow, bend your knees, turn your head, feet go right, feet go left. All right, we are almost there. Okay, so we're just gonna do lower body swimming today. So you're gonna cross those palms, Rest your forehead on your palm, on the back of your hands. Elbows wide. Tuck that tail. Lift the legs. All right. Point those toes. Try to get those legs nice and long. You're going to move from your hips. And you're going to do tiny little flutter kicks. Really what this is a glute squeeze and release. So it's a tiny little movement. Squeezing those glutes for 8, 7. Spine stays perfectly still. For 6, for 5, for 4, 3, last 2, and lower it down. Bend your knees. Let your feet flop. All right, bring it back to center, and we'll do a child's pose to neutralize that spine. Hands under the shoulders, push it back. Take your knees as wide as you like here. Spiral your big toes to touch. Sink your hips over your heels, and stretch. Chest, chin, or forehead down to the mat. All right, and then very slowly, let's roll it up. All right, you guys, let's stretch. So let's take the right leg out nice and long. Left sole of the foot to the right inner thigh. And then sit bones push down into the mat. You're gonna square yourself to that right leg. Lift the heart up. And then exhale, fold. Forehead towards your knee. Just breathe here. You can walk your hands out as far towards the ankle as you'd like. Take a couple deep breaths. You can flex those right toes to the sky. And then slowly begin to stack your spine out. Put your left hand on to the outside of your left hip. We're gonna come high onto that left knee. Lift the right arm up, lift the hips up. Right palm down towards the floor. Just breathe. Stretching the right side of the body. And then slowly come back. And then let's do the other side. So left leg extends. Square your hips to that left leg. Flex the toes. Lift the heart up. Exhale, lower it down. You're folding. You're trying to bring that forehead down towards the knee. So if you're feeling tight in your QL or your lower back today, or your hips or hamstrings, you might not get so far. I'm pretty tight in this moment, but that's okay. Just go with as deep as you can. Use that breath to find some space. No expectations. Just kind of checking in with your body, seeing how it's feeling today. And then we'll stack it up. And then we bring that right hand to the outside of the right hip. We're gonna come onto our right knee, sweep the arm up, lift up, press the hips up, left palm faces down. Lift and breathe. And then we'll bring it all the way back. Bring the soles of your feet together to touch with your knees nice and wide. You can interlace your fingers over those toes. You can use your elbows to traction out your hips. Shoulders down out of the ears. Take a couple deep breaths where you are. All right, and then gently stack the spine back up. So go ahead and cross your ankles. Sit up however you'd like to here. So we're gonna do little chest and shoulder opening. I'm gonna have you bring your arms out like a goalpost. Elbows in line with those shoulders. Take your right arm, wrap it underneath the left. So this is our eagle arms, right? So your elbows, you're gonna lift them in line with your shoulders. Maybe the back palms touch, maybe the backs of the hands. You're gonna sit up tall, and then you're gonna pull your elbows away from your shoulders so that your shoulder blades kind of come apart, and you're stretching out the upper back, the traps, creating some space between your scapula. Just breathe. You let those eyes close and just deepen the breath. and then unravel those arms. So the right one was just under the left. We'll take the arms out, find some space in the chest, maybe bring those elbows slightly back, and then wrap the left underneath the right. So we're switching sides. Palms or backs of the hands together, elbows lift in line with the shoulders, and then pull the elbows away from the shoulders, spreading the shoulder blades apart on the back. Maybe we close the eyes here. And then we unravel those arms. Sweep your arms all the way back. Interlace your fingers behind the back, palms in, shoulder blades together, chest lifts, heart lifts. Maybe we look up here. Just breathe into those intercostal muscles that line your rib cage. Trying to create some space in the body. All right, arms are gonna sweep up. Inhale here, and then on the exhale, take your arms out wide, 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 and twist to the left. Your hands come to frame that left hip. Lift the heart, push the sit bones down. Find that rotation. Inhale, come back to center, arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Look over that shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, open those arms wide, pull those shoulder blades down and back. All right, we're gonna take the right arm up. You're gonna give yourself a little pat on the back with your right palm. Take your left arm up, grab across the crown of your head, and reach for that right elbow. Now we're gonna side bend to the left to open up the right side, kind of get into that tricep, bicep area, and find your stretch. Again, try not to round chin into the chest. So you're trying to kind of like slide between two panes of glass here. It's more of that side bend rather than a rounding forward. Hi, Lee Bub. And then take the arms up. Now left hand pats on the back. Grab the left elbow with your right palm over the crown of the head. Find your side bend. So again, just opening up the side of the body. Slow, 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 stack it up, arms up. Now let's flip our palms up to the ceiling. Keep those palms flexed. Open the arms out, palms are facing away. Now take your right arm, wrap it, and then left arm on top of the right, and then flip your palms in like you're reaching across your ribs. You're giving yourself a hug. And then take the arms out, flip your palms. Now the right arm over the left, palms face in, reaching behind the shoulder blades, across the ribs. Give yourself that hug. And then take the arms back up to the ceiling one more time. And then exhale, open. I'm just gonna do that a couple more times, deepening the breath. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, reach the arms away, bring them down. Last two, inhale. Exhale. And last one, reach it up. And bring it out and down. All right, you guys, we're all done for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you on Friday. Happy Wednesday.